Okay. All right. Welcome to the secular sermon for the Church of Reason. I think this is number 5. Something like that.
I lost count.
So I want to do some work here in the cave, if that's all right with you guys, before we head on out, because I want to start some shit. I want to start some things going on. You guys cool with that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. See, why not?
So if you can, if you are on a computer or something, if you have the capacity to write something down or get a notebook, I highly recommend you go do that. I will wait a few seconds. Good morning, Warren. Good morning, Jareen.
Yeah, I'm lost. I logged into my own YouTube account this morning, and I don't have the shortcut for the hashtag coffee page.
Oh, here. Well, I need to be sharing the link out anyway, so I'll do that. So if you can, grab a notebook, grab a pen, or just open a doc or whatever you wanna do.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. I'm just gonna share this out to a few places while we're going.
I just went on the Zoom page. Is that where I should go?
Okay. I'm just gonna share this to the So Local thing real quick, and then we'll get going. So yeah, you want to grab a pen and paper,
Waiting.
or open a notepad. I'm just vamping because I'm trying to share the link out a bunch of places.
Oh, okay. So I want to do that. So I need the link so I can do that. Is what I'm telling you.
You're not on YouTube yet? Is that what's going on?
Okay, I'm on YouTube, but I'm signed onto my personal account, so it doesn't auto link me to the coffee page.
I just sent it to you. You're
your
fine.
Facebook.
Oh my God, Corey!
Everything's fine. You just relax. Jesus Christ. Whew. Okay, once you have that, I want to start something called the hashtag core challenge that has nothing to do with my name. It has everything to do with the Church of Reason. And if anyone comes up with a better hashtag for it, I'm all in. That was just sort of the best I could come up with this morning. Over the last 35 days, I set a 30-day challenge for myself to do sunrises every morning. And the goal for that is always to see if you can create a positive habit that is ongoing, right? And of course, the 30 days took me 38 days because I was gone for a week. But I just kept going, right? I just, anytime I'm out there, just got it done, got those 30 days done as quickly as I could. And we used to do, when I had the Baboon Room podcast, we did the Baboon Room challenge, which was the same kind of thing. But this is something that right now, for me, I really need. So I figured, the Church of Reason and the idea that we could all come together around some gratitude, all that stuff is really, it all just started out as stuff that I personally needed myself. So I figure I'm going to explain, kind of how we can go through the process of doing this ourselves, and some of the things that I've learned about what works and what doesn't. And most of it, again, is a reminder for me, because I'm about to do a much more intense one over the next 30 days. So if you could, I want you to write down 3 things that bug you. And they could be bad habits. They could be recurring thoughts that won't leave you alone. They can be things that bring up a whole lot of negative emotions, and things that that you need to change. And we all have those things, right? And like for me,
this without political?
So, I mean, if there is something that you're doing in the political space that you want to change, I think that would totally count as one of the things.
Okay.
In fact, like I've already got the one thing because we're going to pare this down to one thing. I've already got my one thing, but I'm actually going to write that down because I think that's really good.
Thank you. So 3 things that bug us / motivate us to action.
So like 3, we want to hammer down to 3 habits that you want to change.
Okay.
Right. So, if there's 3 situations that are really bugging you, or 3 things that you want to change, or, 3 things that are just crappy, that you can actually have some agency around.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, that is my weight. That's being unconstructive on the internet. Because that happens sometimes. I don't know if you knew that. All right.
Do you want folks to put these in the comments, or
you absolutely can put them in the comments if you want. This is really just a personal exercise.
I got you.
It's like this is basically like a really, really broken down, pared down version of Tim Ferriss's Fear Study.
I follow. Yep.
Right. So when you can, are you on the comments, Greg?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I can't see them. So yeah, we'll give it another couple minutes to go through this again. You want to write down 3 things that bug you, and again, like if it's 3 sort of bad habits, that's sort of what we're targeting. The things that cause a lot of recurring negative thoughts. Again, for me, that is absolutely my weight. I've been eating my feelings for the last 6 months, and I'm getting unhealthy, and that's a huge thing. But again, one of the other things that I keep going back to all the time is I feel like I'm literally spinning my wheels on the internet sometimes talking to people. So being unconstructive in that vein is definitely something that I think about a lot. And one of the other ones is like I feel guilty because I take the dogs for walks all the time, but I haven't been taking them to the dog park and specifically doing dog training with them. So these are 3 things that I've been noticing that have really been bugging me, and that can be anything for you. Like it doesn't have to be constrained in that kind of area. Anything that sort of fits that kind of thing for you. And once you have those 3 things written down, one of those things brings up by far the most emotions. And is the one thing that you need to change. Circle it. What's that, Babs? I did say circle it.
Circle it.
Yeah, Babs is following along in the
I heard that. Yep.
I'm putting mine in the YouTubes.
I love it. Yes, if you want to put it in the comments. Brave. Yeah, that the community and the fellowship that we have around this is a huge part of why the Bad Wound Room Challenge took off the way that it did.
Now I'm accountable.
Exactly. Being accountable is a pain in the ass. It really is.
Oops.
All right, so once you have your one circled, and we don't really need too much time for that because that's the one thing I've always noticed is once you have those 3 things written down, you freaking know which one is the worst.
Yeah, that's why I put it in all caps.
Yeah. Okay. I gotta get over. Hold on. I have to do this here just so I can actually see the actual comments. All right, circling smoking. He says. All right. So at first I want to just say like the things that everybody circled are like those one things. Those are like it's scary, and the prospect of failure is scary, and the prospect of starting is scary. There's probably shit tons of baggage around having started trying to fix it before and not being able to do it. So there's tons and tons of emotions that we end up having around this one particular thing, whatever that thing is for you. And if you're just listening to this, you can't tell that Bob's avatar in Minecraft just nodded, which I found very compelling. Anyway, so I think the thing that we can do together, my belief is, if we do a 30-day challenge and post at least once a day with a hashtag or again, I don't think we actually we've got the Minecraft group. I don't think we have the church group yet, or if we just want to kind of roll them all together, I think we could do that. I want to make sure that we have a way to stay accountable to each other, and not like once a week, but every freaking day, is my thought. So now that we have that one thing, I want you to, again, you don't have to write in the comments, but if you do want to do this, I highly recommend it. Write down 3 consequences of inaction. So if you don't do anything, what are the consequences in 6 months, 2 years, and 10 years?
Six months, 2 years, 10 years?
Yep.
All right, thanks. Real consequences, not like beating myself up.
Yeah, no. Not the consequences that you'll have in your own mind.
Well, that is a consequence.
Well, it goes back to when I was raised Catholic. I'm just saying.
I got you.
Yeah, like a highly developed guilt complex.
Yeah. Ready to flog myself.
I mean, we can't say we invented guilt. We pretty much stole it from the Jewish people and perfected it.
That's true. That's true.
Oh,
They had the wheel. The Catholics made a sports car.
Yes, that's exactly right.
I have some friends that would take that as a competition, sadly.
Yeah, I know.
All right. So for me, again, my thing is weight. Like I'm right back up at the top of my weight scale, right? And having actually used things like the Baboon Room Challenge to solve it 3 years ago, I'm also carrying a lot of guilt about letting it come back and all that other freaking garbage, right? But if I don't do anything and just keep going the way that I've been going, in 6 months, I could very easily be 300 pounds. My knees will go out. My back will go out. I'm actually amazed that my back hasn't gone out yet, which is actually the reason why I had so much impetus to solve this before. I got to the point where I couldn't sit, I couldn't stand, or I couldn't, I couldn't do anything but stand or lie down. And it's also, and this is embarrassing, but when I walk now, and I walk all the time now, I get some like inner thigh chafing that is like getting stabbed with a knife. It's not fun. And if I lose weight, that stuff is going to go away. So that's just in 6 months. I don't feel good in my own skin. Like Babs and I are struggling with it. Like just even in the 6 month range, there's a lot of things that just would really, really suck. And each one of those things has an emotional component to it. And that's important because that's fuel. So in 2 years, looking out that range, I would start worrying way more about the fact that there's a lot of stroke in my family. The fact that my heart could just decide to give up. There's a lot of potential health problems, and those are just times 100 over 10 years. Like 10 years means that my life with Babs, where we're supposed to go and have all sorts of adventures and do all sorts of stuff, it's just the likelihood that I'm just going to kill it because I like donuts is way too high. If we do have kids, it means that, I get 10 years with those kids maybe, and then I just leave them on this planet. That's just unacceptable. So I want you guys to keep those close, because again, like every time you think about not following through on this 30 days, just go back and read that. And read it with as high of a degree of honesty with yourselves as you possibly can. So now that the depressing stuff is done, now let's look at the consequences of actually, achieving change around this, right? So what are the consequences going to be in 6 months, 2 years, 10 years? So for me in 6 months, because I've done it before, I know that I could probably get rid of the vast majority of this weight in 6 months, with aggressive action. And that means I don't have any of the more of the chafing pain. I never have to experience the back pain that I used to experience all the time that I think is right around the corner. I'm again amazed it hasn't come back yet. I know Babs and I would be doing a lot more adventures and having a lot more fun and be more comfortable in our skin. And I would just feel better. It's weird, man. I, as a rule, have never really felt embarrassed about too many things, but I tried to put on a shirt yesterday and couldn't do it. And it just feels shitty. And I remember what it feels like to not have to worry about that.
As do I. Like having, the big weight loss, I threw away a bunch of clothes.
Yeah.
And I kind of wish I had them back now.
Yeah, seriously. It's the same for me.
But I still have, I kept a lot of shirts that I couldn't yet fit into. You know what I mean? When I was dropping weight, and I still have those.
Yeah, we are nothing if not aspirational optimists.
Yeah.
for sure.
Probably nobody else in here knows this, but like a couple of years ago, I lost 94 pounds. I lost almost 100 pounds, and then had a series of crises that sort of, I mean, there's a spiral of change. There's a wheel of change, right? Where we're in pre-contemplation mode, where we're not considering it all. And then there's contemplation mode where we know we got to do something. And then there's a decision to do something. And then there's action, but then there's maintenance. That's the last step. That's doing the thing that got you past the point of needing to change.
Yep.
And if you don't practice that part, if you fall off of that step, you go right back down to the bottom of the spiral. So like, not maintaining the things that for whatever reason that helped me lose the weight. Guess what happened?
Yeah.
Peanut butter sandwiches at midnight, bacon whenever I felt like it.
100%.
Lots of potatoes, and I'm right back almost to where I was when I started the weight loss thing.
Yeah, me too. And that's really, really frustrating. But at the end of the day, what are the consequences of inaction now?
Yeah.
So the consequences of actually achieving it, though. So I went over the 6 months. One for me, again, there's some people that are doing that as well. For 2 years, again, we're still talking about having kids before too long. I think a lot about being a good example. And, what kind of hypocrisy would it be to be, I just, that drives me nuts that I wouldn't be able to control that simple thing about my own physiology.
You'll yell at your kids less. I know that from self experience.
Huh. All right. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah. Yell / be overly strict in tone.
Okay. That's good to know. Yeah. And for the 10 years thing, I mean, I could be like 5 times healthier in 10 years than I am right now. With being in really, really good shape. Like Babs and I keep seeing these freaking windsurfers or kite surfers. I could be doing that at 54 instead of just being decrepit, which, again, that's the sort of dichotomous opposite of this.
Sorry, I was projecting a little bit. I think I was talking about myself.
I think you were too, but I think that's entirely acceptable. You're allowed. All right. So this is where we get to the action thing. I mean, I want us to be able to make sure that, especially, for I just got off doing, a 30-day challenge. So I've worked out the willpower muscle a little bit. It's really, really hard to get that moving sometimes. And I want to really respect that. Right. So doing massive change isn't always easy. Although, like, for me, it's either on or off. Like I'm full bore 100% on something, or I'll just, I will lose, very simply. So that isn't always the same for everyone. So what I'm doing personally for this 30-day challenge is, I've got the 5-minute journal that you can actually get for $6 on Amazon now, the paperback version. But it asks, every single day, what are 3 simple things that you could do today that would make today awesome? And so for my 30-day challenge, I'm going to do those same 3 things every single day. One of them is to swim 300 meters, increased by 100 meters every week. And that's going to be in the ocean. And I might get stung by jellyfish, and I don't care. And 2 is no sugar, no exceptions. And 3 is 2 shakes a day. And the 2 shakes a day, like basically in the morning, I'll do a shake first thing in the morning with Michelle, and I usually do one at around 11. And so it just makes sure that half or more than half of my day, I'm like literally only eating good calories. So, because those were basically the 3 things that I could think of that I know that I can accomplish, especially around the swimming that like push me a little bit. But when I ask myself, can I actually accomplish these things every single day? The answer is yes. Especially when consider, like, if I'm not going to do that, well, go take a look at the consequences of inaction, right? And if I did accomplish these simple things, what are the consequences of actually making this change?
So basically, you're not allowing yourself a cheat day. Like that just wouldn't work for you.
Definitely not.
Yeah,
No, cheat
I
days
picked
are
up on that.
cheat days are on a slippery slope. They're getting pushed off a cliff. Again, for me, that because it does. Cheat days do work for some people, right? Because they'll have, they'll be really good all week, and then they'll, on Sunday or something, they'll eat like every horrible thing, on the planet, and then after a while on Sundays they just start to feel gross, and so they stop doing it, which is fun. I triple down. That's a rule. But yeah, I would recommend making them things that you want to make sure you can do for 30 days straight. And again, if you want to just do one thing, like just one singular thing, because not everybody has the same kind of situation. So it really just might be one kind of thing, like sunrises, or Bob, I think you were talking about meditation. So it might just be like a specific time you want to do meditation or whatever. So like consider these three things that I'm doing, like that's like as a singular block, right? And then what I want to do is once you're done your thing for the day, I want you to make a post with hashtag core challenge for Church of Reason and let everybody know. And we can do that in in the Church of Reason group or the Minecraft group or whatever that we have. Or we can figure that out. I'm not sure what to do with that. Probably should have thought of that.
So Church of Reason is the hashtag of the day for sure.
Yeah, I think hashtag COR challenge.
All right, gotcha.
Okay, I know mine is going to seem sort of lightweight and incremental, but I am, and it's embarrassing that this is actually an improvement. I'm going to reduce my cigarette intake to 1 pack per day because I am smoking well over a pack a day. And for the first 30 days, I want to try and, that helps me be mindful of when I'm smoking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. As long as you're pushing yourself, but it's also going to be achievable, because that the worst thing we can do is kind of overreach.
Yep.
And then have it fail. And I would be willing to bet that your consciousness of that will have the capacity to maybe even limit it further.
So I cannot confirm or deny that I've ever smoked in my life, or those that I know. But are you going to substitute the thing in your fingers with like licorice or something similar that you can chew on, but yet not, cause other damage in some other way in your life?
I'm bingy with it. Like in the last 20 years, I've been a non-smoker for like 11 of those 20 years. But I started smoking 2 Christmases ago when things were really dire, and just have not been able to disconnect. And of course, like as a recovering addict, what's happened is I went to a stronger cigarette and smoked more of them than I did before I quit. And that accelerating pattern is, that's a guaranteed fatality. So, reducing to 1 pack, 1 pack a day means maybe at the end of 30 days, I can, get a vape pen or something that doesn't deliver such a punch to my lungs every day.
Right.
And I'm also not exercising because I have no stamina or wind left. And, so this helps to unlock that. And, at 30 days, we'll see about resetting the goal for even less cigarettes per day. And, I'm a veteran quitter.
It's not your first time.
The most successful quit attempt ever was when they put me on a morphine drip in the hospital after the first heart attack. And I was off them for 7 years. Yeah. Good news, I quit smoking. Bad news, required morphine. So, I have some tools. I have some methods.
Okay.
I know how to do it.
All right, good.
So that's the other thing too. If you just want to post on Facebook, we can find you by searching for the hashtag. The biggest thing is, when we did the Baboon Room Challenge, everybody that was doing it was looking for everybody else's posts, and got into the comments and said, "Good job," every single day, right? Just adding that little bit of impetus, which caused some conversations, which caused a little bit more reflection, which just it's all the more things that start giving us more power to just do as good the next day.
Sorry about sending a Facebook post just to you, Greg. That was an accident.
So you know what I think I'm gonna do, just because we do have some Minecraft stuff in the thing. I'm gonna start the Church of Reason group today and invite everybody in that was in the comments. That way we for sure have one spot. Because if everybody doesn't want to post it publicly or whatever, they can post it in there and we can support each other.
Got it.
At 100%. But again, if you want to post outside that's actually a really, really good way to spread the good word, being all Church of Reason evangelical and shit.
All right, Twitter done, Facebook done.
Cool. All right. So, yeah, we'll get the group up. We'll get I'll put some of the things out there. Thank you very much for everybody that threw some stuff in the comments. We're going to do the hashtag Church of Reason Core Challenge for 30 days. So whatever you wrote down as your action step, the second that you accomplish that action step for the day, of course, I have 3 of them. I'm going to be posting 3 times a day. We post in the group or anywhere, and if you see those posts, please get into the comments and give a whole bunch of positive reinforcement. Now, is it nighttime? It is not nighttime. Is it just nighttime? It is just now nighttime. So I would like to invite all of you guys to come into the cathedral. Babs, if you hop on the YouTubes, you should come and hang out.
It's so weird when it gets laggy and Corey your voice gets varies.
You don't know where comments are? Bring your phone to me, please. But don't get on screen because you could get cooties.
My wife's the same way.
For a while, I didn't think Babs existed. When I
first said for a while,
because she was so shy about the camera that I didn't think she was real.
Everyone thought she was a. Do you have the YouTube app?
It's like my girlfriend in Canada.
Right. Pretty much. Yeah, I thought she was Corey's self-driving car because he used to go live from the car once in a while.
No, they all thought that she was a unicorn. Right? Such a weirdo. There we go. Buddy. Our dog Rhodey is so almost psychotically serious, but anytime you put your hand out to him, he just puts his hand in your hand. Like, I'll give you some love, stupid human. Anyway, so for those of you guys that have never seen the Cathedral to Reason before, this is it. And this is Bob Benson over here. The cool headphone skin. So we actually built this thing, the Minecraft server, as a place to do media experiments. We were going to do some interviews in here, which I think we're still going to do. And we were going to have people just build collaboratively some very, very simple things on the ground that would ultimately spell out a giant impeach the motherfucker, which quite frankly was a fantastic idea. But then Bob came in here, right? Nailed it. Bob came in here and made this wooden block right here, this exact one, although we had to repair half of it. That's a whole other story. And said, hey, I just made a little shrine to gratitude. So you can take some signs out of the box down here and put a gratitude up on here if you want. And so now, I immediately started building more of them because I wanted more people to come in here. And then we built the cathedral because we got all the way out of control. And now people can come in here on Sundays and write some things, anything you're grateful for in the comments, and we will put it up on the thing. If you do want to join us in the game, you can contact us and we can help you do that as well, which is really fun. So if you could, in the comments, please write down something that you're grateful for, and we will put it up permanently on the gratitude shrine.
I've already placed mine. It says, Greg is grateful for friends that care and support his growth.
Nice. Yeah, I've placed a couple since we've last met.
I like that. I come in here once in a while and find new signs.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, can you pick out the new ones there's 2.
I found one from Finny Can Help. I hadn't seen that one before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. All right.
Hey, Babs, is that something that you're grateful for? She just wrote down in the comments, too many steps to get into a chat function because she's apparently new at the internet.
So I'm grateful for a successful medical procedure
Yes.
I did
Nice.
recently. And I love cute doggies. Grateful for them existing.
Nice.
Corey inspired me.
Yep. Oh, somebody's got up here core challenge, clean house every day. I think that might be Chet because he was talking about that when we were in the
Nice.
comments. Yeah.
So I'm grateful that Babs is here this morning, hanging out with us weirdos. And she's going to be doing this 30-day challenge with me, so that's going to be really helpful as well. Faux show.
Oh, Jareen's got one. I'll go ahead and place that if you guys don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead. Just show some people some other ones.
Jareen is grateful. Mom is okay. Bone marrow biopsy. That's good news. We're happy for you.
Yeah, I just saw Chet's new one. Chet is grateful for Mucinex.
That's an old one.
All right, still.
I think that was like
I've
first
seen it
week,
before.
actually. Yeah. Yep.
Baz, you want to tell me what you're grateful for? Be-ups.
She just put it in the comments.
Oh, sorry. I'll shut my face up.
Grateful for beach time
right
today.
I'm putting her right up front.
I am grateful for Coffee Live, Corey and Greg.
Aw.
Thanks, Babs. Blink. That'll be up there forever.
Yeah, Chet's in the in-game comments with my new one is grateful for getting over pneumonia. Hallelujah,
yeah.
brother. Good for
Amen.
you.
So it's a little bit past midnight in game time. So before sunrise, I'm just going to ask that everybody head up to the balcony. And once the sun starts rising, we're going to observe a moment of silence and watch the sunrise. And yes, it's super weird that a bunch of nerds are watching a sunrise in the game, but it still kind of works.
Perception is reality.
Right?
Well, it's not sunrise yet, so we can blab, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. We still got time. I just didn't have anything to say in that moment.
Wait, who are you? I'm just kidding.
Noted.
It appears that Bernie's campaign has got their shit together, huh?
Yeah, they're not messing around. That's going to come up a lot in coffee. So just for people that if you've never seen this world before, this is actually a hydrovator that will take you down to the bottom of the thing. I'm just like checking the mood thing. So we got about 60 seconds before the sunrise here. Greg, like the fact that you like encase the whole thing in glass and stuff, that's really well done.
Thank you. I watch a lot of videos of people that are really skilled builders in Minecraft.
Yeah.
And I'm humbled by how thoughtful they are about using components to make decorative things. And
right.
That's the skill I really want to improve in the game is making things look beautiful.
So more glowstone is coming.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
All right, so the dawn has arrived.
I'm going to mute my mic.
Thanks, everybody. Anyone else have anything they want to share?
Had a thought during the moment of silence as kind of a visual indication, as well as more. You could do that F1 thing to temporarily hide your
Good idea.
your stuff.
That's
Nice.
smart. I didn't even know about the F1 thing.
Oh.
Now I know. That's brilliant.
Knowing-
Thank you for that.
Knowing is half the battle.
Noise.
You're welcome.
I didn't want to put this on a sign yet, but I'm sort of grateful for building some new relationships, and maybe one particular relationship.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm in that early relationship glow kind of moment, and
Good.
rather than worry about what that means, I'm just really enjoying it.
That sounds like a very, very awesome strategy. All right, so should we go do the trail?
Yeah, I'm down for that.
All right.
We're gonna go, the hydrogen molecule trail.
Yeah. I kind of if we decide that we feel like it, I kind of want to show off the octahedron, but it's
That's a long journey.
not really. Not if we finish the trail, go to the portal.
Okay.
I kind of feel like the trail is more important than my ridiculous giant construct. So
There's a joke there somewhere, I'm sure.
nailed it. Again, I fervently believe that the Church of Reason is not actually having a successful secular sermon until one of us makes a sex joke.
Secular.
Secular.
I don't know if you guys know it or not, but Donna has managed to get almost all of these villagers up to like top level trades. She's been very busy trading corn or not corn, but like potatoes and wheat and all sorts of other amazing stuff. So you can actually get sometimes enchanted tools and books from some of the villagers.
That's cool. Fancy. So this is our giant hydrogen atom.
Be sure to pause at the signs, or at least
Oh yeah.
give them the nod.
Yeah, I started adding quotes relevant to the
Yeah, that's awesome.
to the stop.
We, all of us, are what happens when a primordial mix of hydrogen and helium evolved for so long that it begins to ask where it came from. Yeah, these signs are awesome. This says hydrogen atom by Corey Cottrell, but it should say Corey Cottrell. And
Your concept, your idea, your hard work.
Money.
I
Yeah,
just-
well, you were
I
down
just-
there, like literally, like riding shotgun.
Well,
the
feel
entire
free
time.
to add your own damn signs then.
Fucking will.
Right.
And
So-
here's our giant DNA molecule, because that is one, well, significant step up on the evolutionary chain from hydrogen atom. Wee.
And this one says, the nitrogen in our DNA, the iron in our blood, the carbon in our apple pies were made in the interiors of collapsing stars. We are made of star stuff. Carl Sagan.
Yeah, you are the best kind of nerd.
Yeah.
So this is what the
By the
inside
way,
of a DNA molecule looks like.
I also memorialized the llama on this sign. So,
Did you really?
DNA molecule by Corey and Greg. Rest in peace, llama.
Yes.
For those of you that don't know, like you can actually walk up these the strands, because that's how I made the spirals. And when I was finishing off the very top, this freaking llama walked all the way up there and wouldn't leave me alone and almost pushed me off. Well, did push me off a couple times, so I may have ended up murdering the llama.
Yes.
We still need the t-shirt.
It was a case of aggravated llama-cide.
Yeah. The amoeba had the architectural ideas of Buckminster Fuller before there was any around, capable of having an idea. That's a good freaking quote, dude.
Yeah,
This is our amoeba.
I did some serious research work.
Yeah,
You know,
Greg pulled this one off basically solo. Like I made this glass platform, which doesn't count as anything cool. But if you look closely, that's actually lava in the middle of it. which I thought was just a killer hack. Everything goes on in the nucleus of a cell. Bubbleviz, that is a double helix. That is its entire intent. And it was kind of ridiculous to build, if I do say so myself, but it was very fun. So yeah,
You guys haven't seen this yet, but there's a second cave over here next to the amoeba that's sort of connected inside the mountains in my house.
Oh yeah, look at that.
And I've now made a living coral reef inside my house.
Oh, I gotta check that out. Good job.
So that's
Nice.
Down in
Yeah,
there.
the fish don't stay unless you name tag them. Like the fish despawn, but the turtle is still in there. There's a
That's
sea turtle.
super weird.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna head down to the portal system
Yeah.
and woohoo!
Time to jump off a cliff.
Oh man, I didn't hit the water.
Oh, neither did I.
Oops.
Neither did I.
Oopsie daisies.
Well, the good news is it's not enough to fatal damage. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, we all good?
This is Greg's automatic XP machine, which is pretty
Not
stellar.
working that great. I actually need to do some work.
Either
too.
way, it's really cool. This was the beginning of our portal network, or one of the beginnings of our portal network, and the only way to get to my house in less than 18 million years.
Shall we gather here and wait for all to arrive?
We
I
can.
think we're all in, aren't we? Donna, are you? Did you go through the portal?
Oh, by the way, if you have any mine carts, I gotta.
Hang on.
I gotta-
I can't- Donna, what?
I'm trying to figure out where to jump in the water. Still up here.
Well, you can just jump off. Even if you miss the water, it won't kill you. You'll take damage, but it'll
Said
come
that
right back.
last time.
Yeah. Well, I meant it. So there you go.
There
Oh,
we go.
yeah. See how much damage you took, though.
Whole bunch.
Yeah.
All right, hey.
I'm waiting for Donna. Hang on.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
We
All of that
all went
is,
through the portal downstairs
is on the thing. So both of us had a comment.
inside the lab.
Hey, Greg? You want to mute your mic?
Well, there's my cart.
Welcome to my house.
Corey, pushing my cart.
So yeah, both of us asked what would the theme of a reason sermon be. I mean, this is gonna sound really crazy, but reason, logic, a bit of awe. We actually started with, and it's actually worth checking out. Both is the first one that we ever did, which I think we created a playlist around the secular sermon, so you can find that on the hashtag coffee page. But Greg actually found Carl Sagan's Pale Blue Dot. I don't know if you noticed in the back of the cathedral, there's a stained glass motif rendering of the Pale Blue Dot picture that Greg made, which is effing brilliant, if you ask me. So we started with that, and that's really the kind of thing that we want to do. The entire focus around the Church of Reason is that, organized religion has done some good things. And my presumption or assumption or belief is that we don't need dogmatic religion to take advantage of those things. And that can be building community, building fellowship. The gratitude stuff that we do in the cathedral is really, really huge. But we also want to focus on any mind hacks, any ways to help each other improve, those kinds of things. So that's my intent with the secular sermons. And, other people are bringing, different similar flavors to it as well. Because again, we're a community. Anyway, this is the weird octahedron that I built that is too big.
That is awesome.
It's kind of ridiculous looking at it. So the width of the widest edge. Oh, Chet's flying through the air again. The width of the widest edge is actually it's actually 65 blocks. I meant to make it 64, but I had to do it odd.
Wow.
And
Due to
that's
lag. I lost you already. I'm by the portal. Or which direction?
Oh, I
I
just
see you
around.
now.
Yeah. So yeah, the 64 is as many blocks as you can carry in a thing. It's just for like a common theme number. It's actually the average depth of the world as well, which is kind of fun. And if you go into my little room over here and go to the very middle, you'll notice that I actually cut glass out of or I cut a strip out of it and put glass in it, so you can actually still watch the sunrise from
nice.
here because I'm a nerd. Anyways.
I think the sunrises are powerful in Minecraft. I'm not going to lie.
Right? Like it is very oddly compelling to me and it's, it's just a square moving off of a line, and yet.
Yeah, it's our humanity that makes the difference.
Right. And I don't know if you guys have been in it yet, but I actually built a platform in the middle of it, like in the dead center of it, that you can come and check out if you want. I'm going to eventually put something in here, and maybe I was thinking about hiring Greg to make a hydrovator that'll go all the way down to the bottom, because actually I have a pathway to my portal network down at the bottom. What's up, homies?
This is fantastic.
Thanks. Yeah, Baz, out over the ocean, it was where I wanted it. And you can actually, Baz, I don't know if I have showed you this, but I actually dug it into the ocean, so it's actually sitting on the ocean floor.
That took a while, I'm sure.
It did take a hot minute. Check this out. So it actually sits all the way down there. And that sand isn't actually doing anything. It looks like a pillar holding the thing up. So yeah, the only way to get this empty space in here was to actually fill up, basically make an inverted pyramid of glass and sand, and then dig the sand out, which didn't take 18 million years at all, except that it did. Anywho, then, hello, fams. How are you? It looked like you were walking on the water, Greg. That was interesting. What? Bovis said I once got blocked from a channel for mentioning a nonagon. Also, what is that?
You hadn't completed this platform and stairway when I was last here, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Welcome to my weird meditation chamber.
Corey built a fortress of solitude.
Right?
Super joke.
Yeah.
Nice.
It took a minute.
So this is the biggest constructed thing in our world now.
Yeah, probably by a bit.
Yeah. That is really cool. I love the way it looks when you look at
you're inside.
Yeah. I really do. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, I'm glad you showed me about the block slabs, so you could actually see through it. Otherwise, I think this would be a lot less interesting. Anyways, so
nice job, buddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and make the Church of Reason group, invite everybody in, get everybody set up for the 30-day challenge, and then maybe make a. I think I got one shake in. Anyway, so we'll get started. And seriously, thank you guys for being vulnerable and open and doing stuff in the comments and stuff. That
I think you need some sort of path that goes back to your house from that thing.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I will make that.
Interesting.
Unless somebody
is your
gets
polar
bored.
bear still around, or did he leave?
What's that?
Is your polar bear still around?
He's still up there. All you got to do is look up at the platform and you'll see him.
Yeah, I conjured a polar bear in Corey's house, like you do.
He is a prankster.
I love it. I love it how the rain turns to snow when you enter in the cold area.
Neat.
Yeah. Oh, it's so cool looking. This is truly a winter wonderland for reals.
It's something. Yeah, and this is as close to winter as I ever want to get again.
Yeah.
So yeah, Greg and I are still in this big empty space where we were talking about making like one of those what's the Rube Goldberg machine, whatever it's called. I always say it wrong. But basically like a bunch of machines that all fit together. But anyway, so thank you guys very much for joining us this morning. Every Sunday morning at 10. And obviously if you didn't catch the first little bit of it, you're going to want to go back and check out the directions for the 30-day challenge. You might start seeing the hashtag COR challenge posts all over the place. Hopefully anyway. And that's it. Anyone else have anything they want to add before we close it up?
What's our sign off?
Yeah. What is our sign off? We need one.
Well, I have the sign off for the other show. So
Yeah, that's the thing. And like, we got. So open question. What is our sign off?
There you go. Well, thank you for blinding me with the Church of Science. No.
Well played. Well played. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to end the stream, but I'm probably going to stay in game for a couple minutes
Nice.
and just hang out with y'alls.
Thanks for joining us, guys. This was fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
We'll see you Monday morning for #coffee, and of course Wednesday and Friday as well, and then back here on Sunday for the same thing. If you want, leave a comment if you're watching this later on, asking us where you can Sagan be with you. Fucking nailed it, Chet.
Nice.
Yeah, 100%.
Not gonna lie, I really like that.
That's instant hit of the summer. Anyway, so if you want to join us in the #Core Challenge, you can start at any time you want to do it. It doesn't have to be today. And if you want to join the group, I'm going to start a Facebook group right now. And that'll be a place for you to connect with everybody else that is doing it. Later, weirdos.
Bye-bye.